Hi everyone, welcome back to Through Alchemy. So today's reading is going to be all about unlocking your spirituality, aka your inner witch. If that's something that piques your interest, this reading is going to help us understand how you can get closer to yourself. So we have three piles from the left to right. The first pile is Prehnite. The second pile is Citrine. And the third pile is Sardonyx. Pause if you need a little longer, pick the one which calls your name the most. And I'm going to begin with pile number 1. Hello pile number 1, if you chose the Prehnite, this is going to be your reading. I have a few pre-shuffle cards. Pearl, hidden gem. Exorcist, freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses, facing your own demons. And we have triangle, choices, and indecision. When I look at the picture that you chose, this is a crescent moon under which inside there's a woman and she looks a little bit fearful. It looks like she's always on the edge in some shape or form, like she's scared for her safety. The face expressions, the way I read it, is almost like she likes to be alone. She likes to, whether you're a man or a woman. I just heard Moldavite from my guides. Moldavite, the Moldavite, it would help you, like, because we have exorcist and you have your own demons, right? You probably don't trust yourself enough. You get very, I'm hearing like you go back and forth with what your intuition tells me and your anxiety. So the more that you clear out your trauma, the more it will help you tap into your intuition and become like self-confident. um like you would have a lot of trust, because with the triangle, this is the most strongest geometrical shape because there's the same amount of pressure on each side. Something about it is about cleansing, because it's not that you are not somebody valuable. You're very valuable is what I'm picking up. You have no idea how many lives. I'm also getting a very strong ancient Egyptian background over here. Like a pearl, you have to find it inside a seashell. That's what I'm picking up for you. You have to take that time to really find who you are inside, and it's completely up to you whether you want to do that or not. But I see that it's not impossible, because you feel like there's also shamanic background over here, because you feel like you've been through quite a lot and a lot of things keep happening over and over again. um because you are a healer at heart and you are meant to be a healer in this lifetime as well, is what I'm picking up. There's, the craters of the moon, but I'm seeing like some sort of bubbles popping out. It's almost giving me like sometimes you become hot-headed because of the injustices you have faced in life. To remember that it's not that you are a poor soul or you have bad luck in life. It's to remember that you are somebody that has endured a lot, endured through a lot in their lives. And this is, I wouldn't say it's that you're not getting rewards. The thing is that you are very strong at a soul level. you are at a stage where you're fearful of your own spirituality as well, because there's so much that you have been through. And I mean in terms of like a vagabond nomad spirit, like a vagabond, like you have been through centuries and centuries of lifetimes where you have been through the depths of the ocean, the hilltops of the mountains. You've climbed it, you've seen it all. So there's so many experiences that are dark and light in attribute, that they scare you, because you get past life memories, you get dreams about it, you get memories about war, imprisonment. There's a lot that I see over here. You could have also been a nurse or something like that. There's so many things where you have served great purposes, and you get flashbacks of memories. Maybe like I'm hearing like tantric magic or tantric, something related to, you relate it as black magic or something, like it scares you. We also have, exorcist, taking these things in consideration. See, again, this picture depiction is very close to a shamanic attire or dress up, very cultural. This is quite closely depicted with all the tribal symbolicism at the back. These are also triangles, because triangles are very strong geometrical shapes. Then there's like, I'm hearing like circle of life. It ends and it begins with you. So it's not that, it's actually a matter of time till the time you figure yourself out, because I think that you get impatient because you know there's something inside you. And with the stone that you chose as well, you can see this is such a beautiful stone, and it's got like, I would signify them as scars, and there's so many of them inside. And this is a very imperfect but perfect kind of a stone. It's also got craters in here, so that's quite interesting. This is green in color. You have a lot of greens and blues over here. I keep hearing like it's only a matter of time, and things have really pierced through your heart a lot of times. But what you think that you're going through right now, and I'm not diminishing your struggle or your feelings towards it, but I'm telling you that there's a lot of resilience in you. And I know, again, it can be the most bittersweet feeling to accept that, oh, you've been through a lot and you're very resilient. It's just in a way to remind you that you have always conquered your demons, what you've been through, this anxiety that's in you. It will surpass. When you let it surpass, it has to get through somewhere, right? I'm gonna put out another card. Destroyer, releasing what is potentially destructive, preparing for a new life. Shadow attribute, intoxication with destructive power, destroying others' dreams or potential. I feel like you sabotage yourself. I feel like you tell yourself that this is not going to happen for me. Because for somebody, I felt the need to say that it's not impossible for you to overcome what you've been through in your life. I keep getting that you think that it's easier said than done. Of course, it is easier said than done. But then again, I'm not living your life and you're not living mine, right? But I'm seeing that you chose this pile, and there's a lot that you have to release to connect with your own spirituality, because there's a layer of ego that prevents us from getting the good stuff. You know what I mean? Like really, really helping us connect with ourselves. Like this explosion needs to happen, and it's not a process which will happen just it's once. It's like time to time you have to renew yourself, right? With the choice. It is a choice to choose yourself. See, I'm going to give you the very simplest equation that is over here. You work on yourself and you become your authentic version. You don't work on yourself, you will always feel this sense of missing, emptiness, looking for my other half in other people. So this is what I'm seeing over here. Again, I am not living your life and I don't know what has happened and how difficult it has been. But I'm telling you that this is everything that you decided to do. But then again, to keep moving forward and renewing yourself is the only ideal way to get to where you want to be, and you want to actually figure out who you are. I see this drive within you because you can't live without yourself. Pile number one, the biggest factor that I see over here is that you are desperate to connect with yourself. You are dying to find out who you are because you know there's something very special about you. You know that you've been through many lifetimes. You know there's something like a gem inside. You know there's something that once you get healed, like you get healed to a level, you know that you will connect with yourself at an exponential level again. Like things in your life would become so nice for you. I'm getting like, how do I describe this? I don't even think I need to describe this feeling, because for the one this is, you know how it's going to make you feel. You feel like there's so much, and I feel like you have snippets of this. Maybe you catch yourself dancing to very eccentric music. You know what is somatic healing, or you know what it is to move your body around and let trauma release. There's something about throat chakra. Maybe you know how to sing, and it's not about the tone of your voice, but I do feel that you have a good voice. It's this sensuality that you share with yourself. I feel so like you have a very empress energy, whether you're a man or a woman. You have this very enriched inner life that I see that is coming, and it's taking over slowly by slowly. The more you're healing, the more stronger your intuition is getting in. Intuition makes us uncomfortable, right? Because it's not fantasy. There's that funky feeling inside, like I know what I need to do, and it's uncomfortable. And you know that you have this feeling inside, but to find that treasure within you, you have to dig deeper. And that is what I see over here, that you have a fear of facing your own demons. I'm not at all saying that I'm criticizing you. I'm telling you that there's something wrong with that. It can be very, very painful, right? To feel all the things, because our emotions often flood us, they overwhelm us. But I'm seeing over here, one of the things is that you might have a witch wound or something like that, where you feel ashamed of being that spiritual. You feel like other people are not going to love you for it. But that is also a part of your trauma, where you've been told how to be so that you can receive love. So maybe there is a difficulty in receiving love over here, where you can't really get yourself together as a whole and be like, this is me, take it or leave it. I think that is also a huge part of your trauma. Sugar. So this is about attracting things in your life. This is about you knowing that, through your spirituality, you can get everything that you desire in life. This is about exploring and allowing yourself to receive pleasure. There's a lot of blockages because of your trauma when it comes to receiving. So, even though we're talking about your witchiness, your spirituality, this is more about like, how can you allow life to provide for you? Like, imagine like thinking that you want things and you're just always noticing price tags, and you're like, no, this is too expensive. The universe wants you to have everything. The universe doesn't want you to think that you're unworthy of a specific item because of the numbers on it. That's not the thing. That's the matrix kind of deluding you that you're not worthy of it. I think that the more that you dive deeper into, see, we have a lot of like gem illustrations over here, where it's like, there's something very truly, truly sacred inside you. And you've worked multiple lifetimes to you come in every lifetime to remember yourself. And I just heard generations. You are an old soul. So you try to often I feel like you come every lifetime in difficult circumstances where the ego is very strong, and you spend your whole lifetime trying to figure yourself out again, and you get closer to yourself. This is what I see. You You are a puzzle to yourself right now, and you don't like that, but you also like that because you have to figure yourself out. And there's, the instinct that tells you inside, that funky feeling that there's something very special about me. It doesn't have to be for everyone, it doesn't have to be for fame, popularity, but I know there's something very special about me. This is that feeling that I see over here. You know that this is the only way to get through, is to go through it, right? We have air motion 22. Again, throat chakra with the air. This is like your higher self is always, um, I'm getting like it's always on your head. You feel like it's always on your head, but it's like you have a very strong connection. And with the horses, you're somebody that's very fast. And again, the resilience with the horsepower that I get over here. It's about this is like a storm coming in. And when a storm comes in, it takes away everything that is not required, metaphorically speaking. So this air of emotions, again, metaphorically speaking, this flood of emotions basically sounds better, right? Will come and it will take away what's not yours, and it will again leave you bare naked. And I know that it's easier said than done, but then again, it's like what this will leave you is with the ultimate joy of finding out yourself. I'm getting goosebumps. Somebody, or you're choosing this pile because you know that you want to utterly, deeply, madly get close to yourself, because there's something inside you that you know is goddamn precious. It's amazing, and it's something that you really want to experience for yourself. You want to find out who you really are and what you have been through, because you get these recollections of your memories from past lives when you meditate or when you sleep, like your guides, or your soul keeps showing you with these ancient times and things where you've been through things. And I often feel like maybe you get like flashbacks about being, what's the word, banished from maybe your town or village for being a witch, for having supernatural abilities, for being the truth bearer, and people would often like chase you. I'm seeing all of those things, and these are very, very painful memories where you often are very scared because you have that witch wound from lifetimes. Um, and you might also go through a lot of digestive issues like womb area, because I'm getting for somebody over here that if you have had a recollection of this, that your child was stolen. Perjury, some sort of like thing where um you were just not allowed to have another offspring because that was very threatening for the people around you in a previous lifetime, because you were the only witch around there. Very isolating experiences in your past that are still being carried in your soul DNA, that they want to be healed. And this shows up in today's generation as a witch wound, where in the millennial era of technology and, I don't know, only fans, such things where, magic is so sacred, and it can make things turn around for you. With the air again, I feel like you are scared of your abilities because they're so strong. And this is something that we are trying to heal over here through this reading. We're trying to enlighten ourselves, you and I together. We're trying to help you understand that this is nothing to be scared of. This is actually who you really are. And people are often scared of things that they can't make sense of, right? So that is what I'm seeing for you, pile number one. I'm going to pull out a few cards to see what it is. The moon, upright reverse, upright. She's holding a candle. Spirit was very specific that they wanted me to use this deck for today's reading. We have two dogs and then a crab, of course, with the Cancerian energy. I feel like you are very sensitive, and this sensitive side is starting to show outwardly. I want to let you know the one thing, that keep being sensitive. People who are mean or rude to you is none of your business. I'm not saying for you to become a pushover or a people pleaser and let people stomp all over you. But this is also one of the things that will let you remain who you are or come closer to it if you don't close yourself off because you feel like the world is too cruel for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take this card in the reverse. This is the Chariot energy. Again, this is Cancerian energy. Don't abandon yourself because it makes other people uncomfortable, whether be your friends, family members, or lovers. Specifically, get like your friends and family members. Oh, I was about to say romantic partners. You're scared of what they're gonna think about you. The closer you're getting to, this version of you. See, we have the Ten of Wands, but for some reason, this makes me feel like you're going through an awakening. Queen of Pentacles again. If you've been confused about your career, it is definitely related to healing or occult science or just your spiritual nature, which will help you become. See, we have High Priestess, Piscean energy. I don't lie. I mean, yeah. You gotta become more confident about your abilities, pile number one, and it means to practice. Right? So, pile number one, this was your reading. I'm going to leave it here. I really do hope that you enjoyed it. It was insightful. I loved doing the reading for you. If this was helpful, please do hit the like button, subscribe for more, hit the bell icon so you know whenever I upload next. Let me know down in the comment section how that resonated. Information for personal readings is given down below. And I'm going to see you guys in another one. Bye. Hello, pile number two. If you chose the Citrine, this is going to be your reading. I'm hearing warrior. You're very calm, but you have a very fiery nature to you as well. I think you underestimate yourself a lot. I think you're not very well acquainted with your spiritual nature. I mean, you have an inkling, okay, but what I'm picking up is that you still have things to dive way deeper into to understand what power you withhold. Honestly, with the Citrine, this is about self-confidence, self-assurance, and the picture that you chose is also in hues of yellow. Looking at the girl, she's like all calm and she's surrounded by these sort of butterflies or moths. I don't know. At first I was understanding this is like butterflies, but then something told me that this can also be understood as like moths. Again, your energy is like you second guess yourself a lot, and it's not even a way where it's just based on trauma healing is what I'm picking up. It's in a way where you understand who you really are at your core, because you need to start getting assured. You have very strong clairvoyant abilities and you haven't even scratched the surface is what I'm picking up. Somebody's birth date could be 1st or 1st of June is also I'm picking up. It could be your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Whenever you watch this, because I know somebody is gonna find it, like who's gonna watch it on their birthday. So do let me know in the comment section who is it. I'm getting timelines like you're jumping timelines or something like that. We have the Temperance. You're very calm at a soulful level. Almost like a meditative state. You also have a twin flame, or you've met your twin flame. That's what I'm picking up. But you definitely, if you haven't had that sort of experience, your twin flame is in the astral realm. You have a more masculine energy in this lifetime is what I'm picking up. That doesn't mean that you're a man or a woman. It just means you have more masculine or you're embodying more masculine energy, because I picked up on a gush of like Aries energy with a lot of Taurus and Capricorn and Virgo, where it's like silence and grounded. I'm seeing a serpent. Um, seeing a serpent right now. Kundalini. That's why I got the reference of twin flame, because like very strong awakenings over here. It's almost like you're still very dormant to your spiritual path, and I'm getting a very unique message for you, pile number 2, that this is going to happen when that catalyst comes in your life. I'm gonna take this card in the reverse. We have the 7 of Wands in reverse. There's a tattoo on this person's thigh. You might get a tattoo in the future. You already do have that, specifically on your thigh or somewhere. If you don't have that, or you've been already being told that you feel like you want to get a tattoo done, something that is very self-explanatory and it's very expressive about who you are. You could be quite artistic because there's a lot of fiery energy that I pick up from here over here. See, we have the Page of Wands. There's a lot of focus on shoes and the path that we take in life is what I'm picking up for you. Moving forward, like getting through hurdles, but it's like you're still navigating your direction. I'm hearing that the direction is more important than distance. So you're still learning, like I'm getting baby steps, okay? I have a few pre-shuffled cards. I'm gonna take this card. Okay, we're gonna take this. We have bride, wife, engagement. I'm telling you, there's some sort of astral support. Like your life on earth right now is very solo, and majority of it will be solo. I know that's not the best thing you would like to hear, because we require companion. You want somebody to hold you is what I'm picking up, but that's not the purpose of your life. How you're gonna get closer to yourself is by solving your mission. I don't know how enthusiastic you are about finding out your life purpose, because one of it is solving either a community or a person or a cause, basically being very, very devoted to that purpose and cause, finding it, and it is very creative is what I'm picking up. I'm feeling that you will do something that is very vulnerable to you. It's based off your experiences in life, is based off what your soul is calling you to do is what I'm picking up. Okay, it's based off what you have been through and how you express that. So that's why you have this very fiery energy, but a grounded sense of self as well. I'm going to take this upright. We have the Star, Aquarius, something that will help people heal. So your purpose is, I just heard somebody asking me like, how do I get closer to myself? It is about being vulnerable over here. There's a lot of Capricorn energy. This is not going to happen when you want it and you just want to put in all the effort in yourself. This is going to happen when the divine is like, now it's going to happen. You have a very, everybody has that. Destiny has a huge play. But I'm seeing that a lot of things just happen when they have to, and you probably feel isolated or imprisoned is also what I'm hearing by the universe, because you don't get to do a lot of things that you want to do. It's because there's a lot of preparation for you. There's a lot of like refining your personality so that you can become this person who's not afraid of being vulnerable. One of the things I'm also hearing, that it is not that you are meant to be alone. It is that you are meant to be alone for a specific period in your life. I'm hearing 8 years, 7 to 8 years. That could be ongoing or it has already been happening, where you realize who you really are and then you find the person you're meant to be with. So maybe there's a lot of, I don't know, right person, wrong time kind of a thing that's happening for you over here, right? I just heard hallelujah. It's about connecting with your faith, refining or understanding that your inner spirituality would come alive, or you'll connect more when you develop your rightful relationship with the divine. To understand that this paradox that we have created over here, that comes from your humanly needs, is something that is more advanced for your soul, as a star. I'm hearing like maybe a star seed or something that is very different about you, where you learn how to fulfill yourself through universal energies. So I am getting that your purpose is not just like, there's a lot of things that you're destined for. One of them is a career opportunity which is very passionate, and it has a role of vulnerability and letting your defenses down and letting people see you. And the other one is also having a family for yourself. But meanwhile, I see that it's more based on your personality, character development, that moves towards these two, career and financial and then emotional development. So first, I'm seeing a lot of building up, like this is very autopilot. Pile number two, I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. This is very autopilot for you. See, we have feminine energy. Thank you so much, spirit. They're telling me that you are supposed to do something that is, you have a masculine energy, but it's in a sense where you understand how to manage this masculine energy into inspiring other people, but using your femininity to again lead people and express yourself. Like, don't change yourself for the world, is what I'm hearing mainly over here. The song, you don't know you're beautiful just the way you are. You don't have to change a thing, the world can change its heart. I don't remember the lyrics. Okay, I tried. So we have Alchemist over here. Um, Transformation of base motives, goals into golden wisdom, misuse of power and knowledge that come through spiritual practice. I'm seeing that the more that you are inclusive of karma in your life, the more that you understand that things will not happen when you want them to happen, because you feel insecure, you feel like you need somebody in your life, you feel like you're alone, and you're, maybe somebody over here has been doing magic, because I'm seeing that this has the capability of becoming a weakness, because you will lose the rhythm of universe. Something about your life purpose is very related to having understood that things happen, and the art of not forcing things, let's just say it that way. Don't try to force things. If you've not been doing magic or anything, don't try to force things, don't try to manipulate people, or don't try to do things, everything for an outcome. And I think that this is coming from a very fear-based mentality, right? So diving deep into what actually makes you so fearful that you just can't, let things happen the way they have to. When it gets you frustrated, is what I'm seeing, it gets you more frustrated that they're not happening the way that I want them to happen, right? So this is what I'm seeing, working on that part of you which wants to control. Life is not meant to be controlled, pile number two. It is meant to be lived. So however you are controlling circumstances to justify your fear or your trauma is not going to work that way, okay? I say that with the most respectful manner, in the most respectful manner, that this is not going to happen the way you want it to happen, or things will not, because this is your life path. And I know it can sound like so rigid, but it's actually what you chose for yourself. You chose this pile for a reason, and maybe you're trying to manipulate or monopolize your life path in a way that only you want it, but things don't really work that way. I'm getting like something about, again, money. Like, again, I said the word monopolize. Like, there's something that only you will specifically be able to do. You're not seeing that you're meant for something, you're being called to do something, and the closer you will get to it is when you allow life to be life. Don't try to be destiny, be the human that you are. You'll get closer to your spirituality if you let things happen the way they have to. Because the more you control, you remain in your masculine energy. It's allowing yourself coming into the feminine energy and just letting things happen the way they have to. I know, again, easier said than done, but this is what I see in the cards for you. You'll get closer to yourself if you let things happen the way they have to, so that you can figure out who you are. If you constantly control, manipulate, you're like creating artificial circumstances in some shape or form, okay? And that's the best way I can put it. It's not natural, so it's not bringing out your natural essence as well. It's bringing out what your ego wants to produce, right? So we have oil of vitriol, if that's how you pronounce. There's a panther over here with a gold metal ball, perhaps. This is like, you have frustration inside. If there was a typical meaning, this is about acidity. So it could be that, I don't think it's a no, it's a no-brainer with the citrine. This can talk about digestive issues, or maybe sometimes you suffer with maybe an eating disorder as well, like appetite, loss of appetite, or overeating, or sugary foods, or somebody over here, like, I'm sorry if you have bulimia. This is almost like this happens because, like, you're not able to accept yourself for who you are, or how basically life is turning out for you right now, and there's a building frustration within you where it bursts out, or it comes out anywhere, and you need to find a great outlet for this. Like, for me, I would recommend, and again, it doesn't work for everyone, but a very big part of inner child healing, when I was doing that, I had to do a lot of cardio workouts, because, like, I had a lot of amplified energy, and, like, I had a lot of passive aggression. So that anger used to come out when I used to just get all that energy out. Like, I needed a good outlet to get a lot of energy out of me. So find something that helps you get these things out. Like, even if it means, like, listening to sad songs or lyrics that relate to you, or singing at the top of your lungs, or writing it out and crying, and I'm getting, like, go to a breaking room, like, break things, but find a healthier coping mechanism, because this is clogging something, all these controlling factors, and, like, not letting things just flow out of you, it's a more hectic job for you. Pile number two, make things easier for yourself and let these things just happen and come out of you. Again, I know I keep hearing, like, easier said than done, but it's like, it is what it is, right? We can't really change how fates have planned things for us, right? So gonna pull out a few more cards. How to get closer. I feel like if you're holding in a lot of things, it's probably manifesting as rashes, or acne, negativity, or, like, that thing that happens around your nails, like something, like, when you hold, a lot of your spiritual components are so closely related to your emotional body and your mental state, and your trauma, that when it's stored inside the body is bound to manifest that in some shape or form, which means, like, maybe shedding hair, a lot of hair, because you have stress, or fatigue because you're always feeling ill about yourself. It's like, you're not a black hole, you're a human. So eating up this negativity is not going to be good for you. It's like a flow. See yourself as a vessel. Things need to come out of you, okay? I have another card. We have visionary. Capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others, willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. See, we have clairvoyance. She's holding a, crystal ball over here. The more you focus on what is good for you and how genuinely you can work on it, it means that not despising the path that you're going on right now. It means you should work with probably, like, clear quartz or something to clear out air, because you also go through spiritual warfare. That's why your mind tends to play a number on you. I'm getting a lot of mental fog. So you need to take regular salt baths and sit in the nature, but don't sit in the nature under the trees after dark or something, okay? I personally believe in that. carry a crystal wand with you, like a clear quartz, clear out energies, cut cords with your past, do all these rituals that help you clear out your energy, because you're carrying a lot of baggage from your past and which wants to be released right now. Declutter your wardrobe, remove clothes that you have borrowed from other people, past friends, persons, and exes. Please either burn that, or like have a funeral ceremony for all the things that you have from other people that are not in your life anymore. Don't hold on to that energy. You need to have these ritual, basically clean your atmosphere. This is a very vital point for you, where you clean your own space, your body, and things that you have kept around. It also means cleaning your house, but start with, perhaps, I'm getting your food habits, okay? What you're putting inside your body right now. And a lot of fluids. I'm getting a lot of fluids. If you don't like drinking water that much, add something in it and keep drinking water, because you're going through ascension process and it's required for you to stay hydrated. Your body is, adjusting to frequencies, so you're throwing up as well. So if not bulimia, you're maybe throwing up, or you have a loose stomach, is what I'm picking up. So you have to be very sensitive about your body, and it is a tough time for you. Your body is reacting in many ways because it's trying to exit a survival mode. So it's very important to learn how to take care of yourself. Okay? So, pile number 2, this was your reading. I'm going to leave it here. I really hope that you found a message that was helpful. If you did, please do hit the like button, subscribe for more, hit the bell icon so you know whenever I upload next. Let me know down in the comment section how that resonated. Information for personal readings is given down below. And I'm going to see you guys in another one. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. If you chose the Sardonyx palm stone, this is going to be your reading. So with the image that you chose, one of the first messages that I heard is that you burn out really quick. There's some sort of awakening that you're going through, or I feel like you're already well acquainted with this spiritual aspect of you. You're actually learning how to balance the 3D world, because you've been hermiting for ages, is what I'm hearing. So now that could be dependent upon your own journey. How many years has it been? I'm hearing not for rookies. Like this is not something that would just resonate if you were guide. I don't know. Like this is for somebody like who really knows that. It's like maybe you watch readings and you have this sense like, okay, this reading came and like it resonates, but like you have this intuitive ability, like you're very well connected to the source within you, where you know if a reading is specifically for you, like it really speaks to you. It's not just like they're saying things, but you just know when something surfaces and you know that this is answering you something. Like there's a very high level of discernment over here, and you don't show your cards too often. You don't like to be figured out. I'm getting a very strong relation with the moon cycle, especially when you're on your menstrual cycle, if you're a woman. And if you're a man, you go through the collective energies, like you go through with the tides, is what I'm hearing. Like you go through with the moon cycle, you go through a lot of healing phases. So you're very, very well connected with the collective energies, is what I'm hearing. I'm getting that you like your leisure time, you like to laze around, but it's more in the way where, because you're always going through something, your emotions really get magnified, like amplified, excuse me, and you require time to just be by yourself. Something about that, like how you come closer to yourself, is almost what I'm hearing. Like just be here, like just stay where you are, is what I'm picking up. Something about stillness is how you will get closer to your spirituality, is what I'm picking up. Whatever card comes out, I'm gonna take that in the reverse. Oh, it came out in reverse itself. So I see the Hierophant bottom of the deck, and we have the Sun and Seven of Wands as well. But we have Revolution, which is the Tower energy, Scorpionic energy, right? So there is a lot that keeps breaking, and you go through a lot of cycles, right? You go through a lot of cycles. I have a few pre-shuffle cards. We have Victim. Prevents you from letting yourself being victimized or victimizing others. Shadow attribute, playing the victim for positive feedback in form of pity, inability to maintain personal boundaries. How you're gonna get closer to your spirituality is by meditating. I'm giving you the solution, okay? I'm not beating around the bush. I'm actually telling you that you are somebody that is, you feel sorry for yourself right now, okay? And I don't know what you've been through, and I'm not at all like saying that, oh, you didn't deserve it, it was too much to handle, you had to work too hard. I'm hearing beat it, okay? I completely get it. I feel for you, but that doesn't mean that I am going to make you feel more like you shouldn't have worked hard to get where you are, because you're seeing where it is getting you. We have the moons over here. How do I place this, Spirit? How do I place this? Like with the mystic, like the Hierophant over here, Taurus energy again. You wouldn't have been this happy and this wise and this accomplished in life if you hadn't gone through what you have. So how can you achieve something if you haven't worked hard for it? It is the basic way I want to put it. Like, you are feeling sorry for yourself right now, and there's a part of you that is not able to connect with your spirituality because you don't like seeing your shadow because of the way that you had to live, or you still have to live because you're trying to get needs met, and you feel sorry for yourself. The things that you do to, you know, sustain yourself, it makes you feel ashamed because you're not that powerful yet. You're not fully you've not matured fully into that spiritual nature, you know what I'm saying? So it makes you feel small. You look at yourself as being small, but that is the path that you're walking on. And because you are quite tapped into your spirituality, you judge your 3D self, or you have a lot of shame and guilt. You have resentment towards a lot of people in your life. There's a specific level of lack of acceptance that I pick up over here, pile number 3, that doesn't allow you to integrate shadow attributes. Okay? It really doesn't allow you to be who you are, because it stops you. C5 of Swords, this is the card of defeat. We have freedom. This is Chariot energy, Cancerian energy. Because this sort of like, I don't know, I'm hearing trauma or something, sort of like a thought pattern where what will people say or think about me? Like, you care too much about what you're presenting, and like you're more focused because maybe you suffer with low self-esteem, and it's like a triggering phase for you. But the funny thing is that I feel like you're wise beyond your years, but you're battling with your trauma. It's like you're the observer of this body and this life. So oftentimes you feel like, what am I doing and why am I doing? Because there's parts of you that contradict each other. Like this wise part of you, but there's this part of you that gets triggered because you're still on the healing journey, right? So you judge yourself. Is what I'm picking up. You judge yourself. See, we have Queen of Cups. meditate. I just said meditation. I forgot which card was this. I think the Hanged Man. Yeah, I'm gonna look for it so that I'm right. I think it's the Hangman because it's number 12, right? This is like you require literally more meditation, changing of perspectives, because um you are connected with your spirituality is what I'm seeing. You are connected with the person you are internally. There's a lot of symbolicism of like witch, and like I'm also hearing warlocks. Like people are to an extent scared of you because you give off this energy, like there's something quite unknown about you, but then there's also like very aloofness. We have awakening over here. So we have the Judgment as well. You have such big cards. Again, I'm seeing the Eight of Pentacles. Like the cards are dropping right now because there's a lot of things that you just encounter is what I'm picking up. The Death and the Empress as well. Scorpio and Taurus. The Awakening, Judgment. Again, we have Libra. So we have three major arcanas already on the table. I think self-doubt is a very big thing because like there's this part of you which is like advanced, right? You know what I'm saying? But then there's this part of you that judges itself a lot for being humanly. Because you're so advanced, it's like, I think I'm repeating the same thing, but that's the main focus. You are very critical, and one of your trauma wounds is that you want to be loved, liked by everyone, and you can't do that actually. So that stops you from being who you want to be. And the more that you heal this part of you that wants to please everybody, that's when you will become at peace. You'll come at peace with yourself. Like, I can't make everybody happy. That's something that you're still learning. It's like maybe a people pleasing habit, is what I'm picking up over here. Like, you can't be everything that everybody wants you to be, right? It takes away from your originality. One of the main difficult lessons that I'm seeing over here that you're tackling, and I feel like you could be in your early 20s or just like a 20, like a 2 decade span, like something about it is very prominent. It's a very major karma for you in this lifetime. I'm hearing Akashic records. You're also very clairsentient. Again, we saw the Queen of Cups, right? You move through your emotions. You have a very strong energy of adaptability and survivability. Like you adapt with situations really well. So again, I feel just like maybe you think that, because I'm pointing out things that you don't like about yourself or you already know, it's making you feel small about yourself, but it's not actually me that's making you feel small. You feel small about yourself already in the first place. So this is like you're projecting onto me is what I'm picking up, or you project onto other people because you feel inferior, and it is because of your childhood. And I feel like you have been carrying this from past lives, because if it's so major for you, I feel like it's a big thing for you, like something that stops you. I'm also getting like a shamanic meditation, like you could be into that, Native American roots, or something is very tribal and like you really like the nature, perhaps it calms you down. Like there's a sense of aloofness over here where you want to come closer to your spirituality, and I feel like you're looking for that answer again and again. Like you want me to skip through it, or somebody over here, you're impatient with yourself. Pile number 3, I think that what is more required over here, I'm gonna flip this card. Okay, wait. Again, there's this impatience. Like I feel like I'm embodying your energy, and it makes me feel like, okay, uh you need to transform these beliefs which make you feel like, because they're serving as a barrier, right? The ego is strong in some shape or form. Like I feel like you're sometimes like that, sometimes you're not like it. You know what I'm saying? So the ego is strong to an extent, and you need to learn how to soften that judgment. Meet the resistance within you, okay? Don't run away from the resistance. Don't run away from, again, what you're resisting. Don't resist it, basically, lack for a better word. And meet the resistance, soften your judgment, when it comes to insecurities. What are insecurities? Things that people have told us about ourselves, right? People have put that in our head, like our parents, our friends, childhood friends, or like relatives and like siblings. Like they tell us that. For example, like they tell you that you're fat and you reduce weight, and then they're like, you're very thin, and then you do that. So you're just uncomfortable in who you want to be, right? And that's why you're just like, who, and you're just confused, like, who do I want to be, what makes me happy? So maybe you actually enjoy being on the chubbier side. And I'm not talking about unhealthy, I'm talking about like being okay with your body and still having a healthy routine. But what I'm seeing over here is almost like I'm getting this sense of, maybe like with the example like of body shaming, you really hide your stomach area. You're not okay with your chest size, whether you're a man or a woman. Something like you take up this position, right, in the victim card, like it puts you back in this position. Maybe you used to sit like this a lot when you were a child, because like you didn't get a lot of emotional support. So that's why there's this aloofness, like this hiding, where you're gonna go back into your cave when you're feeling unworthy, mainly, and you feel like, I can't share these emotions, or it's difficult to share. Something about that is also what I'm picking up. Like you really, really try to dilute yourself in the atmosphere when, or the surroundings, when you're not feeling good. And I think that hiding yourself is not really the best thing to do. I mean, I'm not taking away from your solace or your peace and your, me time, your time, and just like your solidarity. I'm saying like coming out in front, voicing out what you need to say, things like your focus is more like you have understood your spirituality, but spirituality needs to be embodied over here, is what I'm trying to say. So the closer you will get is that you become unapologetic for who you are. Like stop being so rigid and confined, and it's because of the limiting patterns, limiting beliefs, excuse me. There's some sort of loop that keeps playing on in your life, is what I'm picking up from spirit. Wheel, endings and beginnings. Thank you, spirit. You are very connected with your guides, is what I'm picking up. And something about colors, like maybe when you write or you sketch, or you should use like multiple colors when you're writing or like sketching. Somebody over here likes to do that. Express your emotions with colors, is what I'm picking up. Even if you're a man, I'm hearing, don't have that taboo that guys don't do that, or something. Like in, there's some sort of like sketching or like something, drawing, like something where you need to include colors in your life in some shape or form. Like stop trying to hide and minimize yourself so much. I'm seeing that with the judgment, the wheel, like things are happening, you burn out quickly, like you need your time because of this thing where it's like, I think that you require more time to cope up with the changes that you're going through, which are on a rapid pace, like a rapid pace, like ascension symptoms, is what I'm picking up. Okay. I'm going to pull out another card. We have outer core fluidity. So this is again like fluidity, right? I spoke about it. Like let things flow and don't box yourself. This is different, this is like, this is not you don't control life, but you sometimes let life happen way too much to you. So with fluidity, it's like make your mark in this world, present yourself out there, come out of your cave a little bit, take baby steps, okay? And find people that make you comfortable with who you are, instead of people that push you or don't help you either ways. Like you need correspondence, is what I'm hearing. Like you need people that help you. You need to find your tribe in some shape or form, where you have to use that discernment in your 3D world right now more, rather than your spirituality, okay? Because you need to embody this energy to be happier. That's what I'm saying. It's not that it's bad or you're too much into spirituality. Or again, I'm not, I think that you get territorial about your me time. I'm not saying anything about your me time. Try to embody those beliefs more. And when you face a barrier, try to break down that barrier in terms of your emotional body or mental recognition about it. Write it down and maybe try to rectify or like recognize those things with colors. to rectify that or repair that, reparent that belief, basically. Does that make sense? I'm gonna pull out, oh, we have this one, glass. So this is about perspective, right? I want another card. We have ocean, distance, journey. Again, a very cliche thing I'm gonna say. Take the wheel in your hand. There is a long journey over here to unfold, to understand who you are, and it's gonna unfold slowly by slowly, but embody more of that spiritual nature in the reality, which means like moving like it in life, making choices like it, okay? Being transparent with yourself, hear yourself out, don't be scared of the shadow attribute. All right, so embody that spirituality, pile number 3. So I'm gonna leave it here. I really do hope that you found a message that was helpful. If you did, please do hit the like button, subscribe for more, hit the bell icon so you know whenever I upload next. Let me know down in the comment section how that resonated. Information for personal readings is given down below, and I'm gonna see you guys in another one. Bye.